What's up, everybody? Back with another episode of Diecast for beginners. Today I want to talk about unlicensed models or fantasy models. You know, when I started collecting diecast cars, I was only after the licensed stuff, especially from the famous brands like BMW, Porsche, Mercedes, and so on and so forth. And I was pretty sure that would never change, but it changed. Right now I'm also buying unlicensed stuff and fantasy models, and well, not everything, but I think some of them are definitely worth taking a look at or maybe buying them, and I want to show you some interesting stuff today. So one of my favorite unlicensed models right now is this guy here. This is Hot Wheels model. It's called the Dimachinni Veloce, and yeah, I would say it mimics an Italian sports car from the 1970s, and I'm pretty sure you could imagine that Maserati or maybe even a Ferrari or a Lamborghini looked like this in that era. So this one so far came out in 4 different versions. We've seen it in red and in blue. I think it looks really good. It's got some pretty nice deco on it. And the interesting thing is, I mean, this is an unlicensed model, but you know, it has some sponsor logos on it from the real world, as you can see, Castrol, Firestone. And I think that is pretty neat. So let me show you the other 2 versions, which are these 2 here, green and lighter blue, or maybe it's more a little bit turquoise. And as you can see, these are also coming with, let's say, real world sponsor logos. And so, you know, it's a mix between, the, let's say, fantasy world and the real world, but these are kind of close to reality, in my opinion, and that is why I really do like this casting, and yeah, I will definitely go on collecting this casting. Something very similar is this guy here. This is Rally Speciale, also from Hot Wheels. In my opinion, it goes in the same direction. I would say it's also maybe, yeah, a rally sports car from the 1970s. Could be from Italy, especially when you take a look at this version here in green, red and white, which is, in my opinion, definitely the better version. So compared to the Dimachinni Veloce that I showed you before, this is a little bit more fantasy, in my opinion. As you can see, we do have mismatched wheels, bigger ones in the back, smaller ones in the front. I'm not a huge fan of that. And the black version also has different colors on its wheels. But yeah, I think it doesn't look too bad, although I would prefer the Dimachinni Veloce. Then we have this guy here, that is called the Group C Fantasy. And I mean, the name says it all. Also an unlicensed models, but I think it's not too bad. I mean, it looks quite real. Yeah, I will also collect this model in the future. It looks pretty nice. So then I would say we also do have something interesting that I thought I'd show you. There are some models. I am really honest at this point. I thought they were fantasy or unlicensed models, but they are not. This is called the Geo Predator, and I think I got it in a Matchbox 5 pack. And I thought it was a fantasy model, but then it turned out that this is a real production car. Even it looks, in my opinion, a little bit strange. So this is an off-road vehicle that is produced in Romania, by the way. And yeah, so not everything that does look weird is a fantasy model. And the same thing, by the way, with this thing here, which is the International E-Star, that also looks a little bit weird in my opinion. And I also thought I mentioned in a video that there's a unlicensed model, but it's definitely not. It's an electric delivery van. And what I like about this one, they put some really nice deco on this guy. So here we do have this EV version, which also looks really good in my opinion. And this one here. So don't mix that up, or take a close look. This is a real world vehicle. So let's put them to the side. Something that I also do really like, I think these are kind of new, are these, let's call them brick models from Hot Wheels. So, you know, this is something that, is close to Lego, I would say. Some, more, let's say, strange stuff, but the interesting thing here is that you can remove normally two parts, like here on this roof piece, or maybe here this bumper, including the spare tire. This thing is also kind of interesting. Comes with this skull here on the side, and the same thing, by the way, is here on top with the beard, you know. First of all, I have to say I didn't realize that, and you can put that here on the front of the car if you do like that. I mean, it's nothing you have to go crazy about, but I think it's a neat idea, and I really like it. Let's put them back. And here's another version. And the one from these I do like the most is this one here, the brick in delivery. I think this one does look really cool, especially with this glass cabin, and for sure you can remove those parts. Nice idea in my opinion. So let's put this one to the side and let me show you some other stuff that I do like, and that are these food trucks. This one here is Hot Wheels casting. It's called Quick Bite, and I think this is really nicely done. I mean, in my opinion, they put a lot of effort in some of these unlicensed models, and I think this is just a little bit funny. I mean, it's called hot, or here you can read hot chicken. We also see how hot you can get your food. We got this chicken here spitting flames, which is kind of funny. And the interesting thing is we also have a vendor here inside, and I like the colors and the flames. Chrome base. Unlicensed model, but in my opinion, I mean, let's be honest, I mean, a food truck does look like this. So, what is this? This is the ice cream van. This is a Matchbox model. Also kind of nice. Selling lemon lime thyme. Matchbox Special. Frozen soft serve lemonade. And they do some neat things, in my opinion. Sometimes if you take a close look here at the driver's door and saying driver carries only diecast. I think that is kind of neat. Like the colors, by the way, this lime green. Then we have the Show Mobile 2. So also a food truck grilled to perfection. The famous Matchbox burger. Yeah. Also very nice in my opinion. Here another livery on the same casting, Uncle Abe's Island Barbecue. Also nice colors, coming with the menu here on the side. So yeah, let's put these to the side. Oops. Then one casting that I also like is this one here. This one's pretty new, by the way, or the livery is pretty new. This FedEx version. So this is the express delivery, I think. Yes, so also from Matchbox. I mean, these delivery vans do look like this, and I mean, if they put some, let's say, real world brand logos on them, I think it looks very, very good. Especially like the FedEx version. And by the way, I don't know if you already know it, but I didn't know for a long time what was so special about the FedEx logo. And once you see it every time. But yeah, I didn't know it for a long time. So if you take a close look between the E and the X, the white space between these two letters is an arrow. So that is a special thing about that logo. I guess a lot of people don't know it, but it's kind of interesting. So let's put these to the side. What else do we have? Yeah, the Garbage King is one that I really like. And this thing here doesn't say anything on the base, but it's a Matchbox casting. I think it's called the Snow Plow, but I'm not 100% sure. This one in National Parks deco, by the way, looking really good. Then, yeah, then we do have some stuff that is right in between, in my opinion. So, like the Mario Kart, for example. I mean, this is licensed for sure, but it's not a car from the real world. So I would say it's kind of in between. But it's also something that I really like. It's nicely done. I love the colors. And to be honest, I love playing Super Mario Maker at the moment. So yeah, and Mario Kart also for sure. Put the car to the side. Then we do have some stuff from Barbie. I mean, might be a little bit controversial. I do like these two. What's it called? Is the Dream? Oh no, it's called a Barbie Extra. It's kind of cool. I like how they done the headlights and the taillights with these stars. I think the color is kind of cool. We've seen 3 versions of this one so far, in grey and in white, I think. And from this one, I think we do have seen 2 versions. And yeah, the special thing here that you don't see very often those days on mainline cars, this one has an opening part. So you can open this side door, and this is yeah, like a little table, and we have some dishes here, and fork and spoon, a little bit of carpet here. I think it's kind of nice. So let's put this one to the side. Another one that I like is this guy here. It's also, I think it's from last year. This is called the Glory Chaser. I would say this is this mimics a sports car, maybe from the 60s, I would say. could imagine a brand like Jaguar doing something like this. I like it. We have seen a version in red so far, and in this, yeah, what do we call that? Is it mint green? Yeah. This year in 2023, I think they will put some Golf livery on this one, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is also a super in this year. Also controversial, I think it isn't a bad idea. So let's put the Glory Chaser to the side, and yeah, what else do we have? This one here is kind of new, the Baja Bison T5, is it called? Yes, and so this is like an off-road racing truck. I like the casting. I'm not really sure about this livery, and I do not really like the wheels. I think they don't match an off-road truck, but I guess they will bring out some other versions that will be better than this one. Then we also have something that is sits kind, let's say, between the real world and the fantasy world. So we got this Tooned, what is it, 83 Chevy Silverado. I mean, yeah, it looks strange, but I think that it's really nicely done, and I have all the versions they brought out so far. I think it looks kind of funny. So basically this is licensed, but you know, not from the real world, but I really like it. I think it's kind of cool. Then normally I'm not a huge fan of you know, too crazy cars like this thing here that in my opinion really is horrible. That is some fantasy stuff that I do not like. This is the Street Creeper. This one was part of 10-pack, but I think this one's in my opinion really ugly. What else do we have? This guy here was in the same 10-pack, also something, yeah. I would say it's not my cup of tea. This is a model from the early 2000s. This is called a Slingshot. It's from 2001, the casting, I think. Yeah, a little bit too weird for me. And by the way, I think this thing here is kind of popular, the Bone Shaker, the topless version. Yeah, I just don't like these hot rod style cars. So also not my cup of tea. Let's put this one to the side. But there are some exceptions, like this one here. Oops, sorry for that. This is the Duck and Roll, and I think last year it was a regular treasure hunt, and they did it in gold, and I think it looks kind of cool. I mean, and look at the eye, which is kind of an Easter egg. This is the Hot Wheels flame, so it's showing you that this is a regular treasure hunt, which is kind of cool. What else do we have? The Raijin Express, also, yeah, let's say a very extreme version of a truck, but yeah, also a treasure hunt, by the way. I think they brought out 4 versions so far. This one's, by the way, in my opinion, not the best one, but I do collect this casting. I think it's kind of cool, especially, yeah, there were some chrome versions that did look very good. Yeah, Matchbox has also some construction machines. This one's kind of cool. It's called the Backhoe, I think. Matchbox Backhoe, yes. And has no interior, but it's coming in National Parks livery. I think it's kind of cool. You can also move this shovel here. Yeah. And the last one that we do have is this guy here. What's it called? The Self-Driving Bus. So this is yeah, a real pack warmer. but it's very light, by the way. I mean, it has a metal base, but it's a lot of plastic. So in my opinion, this is also not a must-have, but I think a lot of the stuff that I did show you in this video is kind of interesting. And oh, by the way, we got one last one here that I also do like. This is called the Matchbox Field Car. Kind of an, I would say, somewhere in between a SUV and a real off-road car. And looks kind of cool, especially the blue metallic livery coming with a spare tire on the back. So, and I think this is a really nice unlicensed model to finish this video. So I hope you saw something that yeah, is interesting for you, and I hope you did like the video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe this channel, I can definitely recommend it. And with that said, I say thank you for watching, happy hunting, and see you next time. Bye.